I heard this quote recently that said, "Love without trust is just pain." And I mean, I would agree with that. And so I thought, how many people, though, love, but they don't actually trust the divine. Like they don't trust that their prayers are being heard, that they're being answered. They don't really trust they're fully supported. They might see miracles and think other people are, but they don't actually fully trust. And what it does cause is pain. Because what happens when we don't trust is we doubt, right? I mean, you could say it's the exact same thing, right? If I don't trust you, man, well, I doubt a lot of things, right? If I trusted you, there wouldn't be any doubt there. And so when we have that doubt, it can cause all kinds of issues for us. But the number one thing that it does cause is actually pain. And so when we can understand the universal laws in a plain and simple way, that the vibration that you carry, that you are, you will experience. So let's say I'm a super positive experience. I'm a super positive person. I'm going to experience super positive experiences in my life. This is just how it's going to be. Let's say I'm a super negative experience. I'm vibrating at that. I'm always pessimistic. I'm expecting negative things to happen. That's exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to experience that in my life. And now these two spectrums of people, so the positive people and the negative people, they can both love the divine equally. They could both, believe, oh, I love the divine, oh, the divine's good, but not actually trust the divine. And if there's actually not any trust that is present there, that doubt will override any of the beautiful things that could come from the divine, from having that trust. Let me give you an example here. So if I'm going to give you this. Let's say that I'm driving down the street, I'm coming up to a stop sign, or I'm coming up to a stop light. But I don't want to have to stop at that light. It's really inconvenient. Let's say I got a cake on my seat and I'm like, if I have to stop right away here, my cake's going to slide off. Just a random example. Okay, so this is the case. So I'm driving up to the light, and so instead of going through my cake's going to fall off, blah, 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 whatever it is, I could just, if I had enough faith, command the light to change. And I would say green. And it's just going to change, and it's going to turn green, and I'm not going to have to slow down, and I'm just going to be able to go and drive through the light. Just like that. But if I don't have the faith, then my words are not going to have the same vibration as the thing that I want to happen. So I could say, oh, green, but if I got some doubt in there, and I got this feeling of, it's probably not really going to happen, and as I'm even just speaking about that, I can feel that feeling of doubt. It like floats across the chest, it kind of moves down the arms. For me anyways, I can feel that like sinking feeling of, what if it didn't really happen? Oh, that doubt. Whereas if I, am driving up to a light and I'm seeing it and I just go green, and I know it's going to change because I have faith, meaning I believe it's going to change, it has a totally different vibration, a totally different resonance to it. It's more powerful, and I can feel that energy in my body as I'm even just thinking about it. It's almost like a force that would powerfully shoot out of my body and just go out and do what I've commanded it to do. It's a completely different vibration. So this is what I'm talking about, that the vibration that you are is what you will experience in your life. So let's say that you're a vibe, super high vibe. You expect that you meet people that really like you, that they also show you respect, that people provide you with generosity and good opportunities, things along these lines. Okay, so if I believe this, I'm holding that vibration within me, and it's powerful. Because not only am I expecting it, I'm looking for it, I'm waiting for it to come, and I'm just like, okay, who am I going to meet today? What opportunities are going to come to me? What's going to happen? And I'm expecting this to happen because it's my vibration. However, on the other side of it, if I'm the negative person that's like, I just lost this, and I doubt I'm ever going to get that, and I don't think that this will happen, and that's certainly not going to be the thing, then I'm expecting this, I'm believing it, I'm holding that vibration. Because I'm believing it, I'm holding that vibration, and then what's going to come to me? A whole lot of nothing, or a whole lot of whatever it was that I was expecting to come to me, which was a whole lot of nothing. So whatever vibration it is that you're holding, it really matters. But here's the thing. The divine loves you. Loves you so much that you even have this opportunity to create the life that you want. That you get that choice. You get to decide. You can live this life. It can be this beautiful and wonderful thing, and you can have these beautiful experiences and live in beautiful places and meet beautiful people and eat beautiful food and do all these beautiful and wonderful things. Or you can expect and believe in the opposite, maybe because it's all you've ever experienced, but that is exactly what you're going to get, is whatever it is that you believe in. So I want you to just think about this. This is a real short message. Sorry, I know I've been gone for weeks here, but I just made a little note of this, that when there's no trust, there's just pain, in love, right? And so I trust the divine so much. There has been one time, and I hate that I can even say that now because it was recent, where I felt like, okay, I feel like I've been betrayed by the divine. I actually felt like that. It didn't last long. And then very shortly afterwards, I was shown like, absolutely you are not. Here's a whole bunch of proof that you are not. But it lasted, and it sucked, and it was terrible. And it made me kind of bitter and angry and like, what am I even doing here? What have I been doing all this for? I had this feeling that lasted, I don't know. I think it was probably several minutes, maybe half an hour. I don't even remember now. But it was freaking awful, man. And it was awful because I didn't trust. Do I love the divine? Absolutely. But was I trusting? I wasn't trusting in that moment. And what then was caused was pain. Because I thought, okay, well, if I've been betrayed, first time in my life, I'm 40-something years old, and I'm feeling like, okay, if I'm being betrayed right now, then that means that you've broken the trust with me. Like, I trusted you. I trusted that if I do these things, that you're going to do these things for me. And I felt like that trust had been broken. But the thing was, it hadn't. It had all been in my mind. Because very, very shortly afterwards, that the thing that I had felt like I had been betrayed about, I was proven again and again and again and again, no, that was not the case at all. And so this was something that was totally fabricated in my mind. But how many times do you do this? Do you believe something? Do you think something that is totally fabricated, like you literally just made it up and then started believing in it? And then, if there was no correction that happened, you went on and on and on and on and on, and you still believed in something that actually wasn't even true. But because it wasn't true, but because you believed that it was the truth, it became the truth for you. And then it played out in your life. And so we put our faith, we put our trust in the things that we believe in, right? Like, oh, I believe, that every morning I'm going to wake up and I'm going to have tea. I have this belief. And so if all of a sudden I wake up in one morning and I don't have any tea anymore, I'm going to have this weird feeling like, oh, wow, my day is off. Something feels weird. Something's not right. But if you can go through your life and you can go through in that such expectant, positive state that you are expecting miraculous, wonderful things to be happening for you, then they're going to happen. And then if something didn't happen to happen that day, you would think, oh man, this is weird. Like, what's going on? Why has this happened? You might start to question yourself. But the problem comes in when we then lose the faith and we stop trusting that, this is happening for me too, man. I could take certain situations in my life, a certain event, a certain situation, and I could say, oh, well, this was a negative thing. What a negative thing that was. Or I could look at it truthfully and honestly, usually after the fact, and be like, oh, wow, that had to happen exactly like that, didn't it? Yep, that was just part of it. It had to be exactly like that. And had that not happened, this wonderful thing wouldn't have happened. So even that perceivably negative thing was actually all part of the process. Why wasn't I trusting that the whole time? And so the earlier that you can get into that trust, no matter what it is, did you just lose your job? Good, man, good. I'm glad you lost it, because now you're going to be set up for something that you're actually supposed to be doing. And you could be looking at it as something, oh, this is so negative, what a terrible thing, what am I going to do now? Well, now you have the opportunity to do something different. And you will see then later down the road exactly why that happened when it did, and all the people that you then had to meet after the fact, and all the things that lined up, and you will see that thing that you thought was so horrible that you weren't going to make it through, or that you couldn't get through it this time, it's different this time, it's really actually bad this time. Never actually is unless you believe in it. It never actually is. And if you believe in it and you think that, oh, this is some terrible negative thing, it will consume your life and it will wrap you up and you will keep yourself in patterns. So I see this. People get divorced, right? They leave and then they're bitter and they're angry. And then 10 years later, they're still ragging on their person, their ex-person, their ex-partner. What has happened is they have got into a pattern of this is how it's supposed to be. Now it's not this way anymore, so I'm so upset. So rather than accepting that this is the way that it is now, they keep going off of the past programming of, well, it used to be this way, and things were this way before, and so it's changed, and they don't understand that we're constantly evolving, that every single moment we can grow and we can evolve, and that means sometimes growing away from people, growing away from relationships, growing away from careers, from jobs, from all kinds of things. We grow away from these things, and it is not a negative thing unless you believe it to be. But it's not a negative thing. So look at your life. And you met certain people in your life and they taught you some lessons. And maybe some of those lessons were really hard, but you needed to learn them and you're a better person now for it. You also met some people in your life who are your constant support, people who actually will be there for you. And you've probably at some point gone through a time in your life where you felt completely alone, where you actually didn't have anybody, where you believed that you didn't, or maybe you actually didn't. And even this too was part of the test of life. It was all part of, trust me. Do you trust me? I know I've taken this away. I know you love that thing and I've taken it away, but I need you to trust me. I'm going to replace it with something so much better. But when we have love with no trust, we have pain. So I am encouraging you guys here today to love and to trust that the divine has a wonderful heavenly plan for you, that we are here to create heaven on earth, and it's through our thoughts, through our words, through our actions that we do that, and that you are supported. And even if it doesn't feel that way right now, let's say that financially you don't feel like, oh, I'm not supported here, I need more. I want you to just dig in there. I want you to find all the roots of all the things, of all the beliefs that you have that are keeping you stuck there. And then once you've got that, so you know what you need to let go of, then I want you to go and find all the proof that that's actually not true. Of all the times that you thought, oh, I'm totally screwed, and then you weren't. Or you thought, oh, I'm not going to be able to pay that, and then you could pay that. Every single time that you were bailed out, it was by the divine love. And so let that build your trust up even more and just go, you know what, man, if I was to really trust with 100%, fully percent, and if I could just speak it like I get $1,000 in my bank account magically tomorrow, it just appears there. And if you could speak that with such conviction, it would be there. It is trust and it is faith. And here's the thing. The whole universe is just made of love. And all it's doing is teaching you who you are. Right? If you're vibrating this way, you're going to have these things vibrate into your life. It's showing you who you are. And so this playground that we're here on is the most wonderful playground you could be on, because explicitly the vibration that you are is the vibration of the things that will come to you. So you can see who you are, what you think, by the way that you live, by the way that you interact in the world, by the experiences that you have. You can see your mental state by the outward state that you are living in. You can see the inward beliefs that you hold by the outward experience that you have. And so if you do not like the outward experience that you are having, it is not anything other than just some beliefs that need to shift around in your mind. That's truly it. I know it sounds too simple and, oh, that can't be it. Well, I got to go and get 10 more jobs and do this and do that and all these other things. You absolutely don't. You absolutely don't. You just need to shift your mind to a mindset of complete faith and love of the divine. And know that every single need will be provided for you, that those needs will be known and they will be met before you even know that you have a need, and that everything will be perfectly taken care of for you. And when things line up how they are supposed to, when things are lining up for you, then you just know you're on the path. And if they're not lining up for you how you want them to be lining up, then just shift something. Something just needs to shift. Maybe you're just in a period of learning. Maybe there's time right now that you're just going through some type of something that you need to learn. Are you repeating a cycle again? Has the same thing happened? Oh, this is the third time now this has happened. Well, you really need to look and examine what has brought this to me. Do I need to set up boundaries? Am I letting people walk all over me? What's happening that has allowed these things to continue to repeat in my life? And when you can look at those things and you can truthfully be truly honest with yourself, you're going to feel so much better. You're going to know, hey, I actually have an active role in my life. I have actual control over my life, even though sometimes it feels like it's out of my control. It never is. But this is what I have for you guys here today. I love you guys so much. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to reach out if you guys want a private session. This is subconscious soul healing. That is what I do, subconscious soul healing. And what we do is hypnosis regression. We take the presenting issue, let's say it's a lack of funds. We take that feeling that you have of always needing, wanting, that struggle of I don't have. We take these feelings, we follow them back, we find where they're coming from. We eradicate them, we heal them, we completely get rid of them, and then we implant new information in these things, new beliefs, things that are actually the truth, things that are actually in alignment with divine love, things that are actually going to benefit and help your life and help you to feel so much better. And we do these things, and these things happen, they get implemented so quickly, and you can experience these changes so quickly because we are healing on a soul level, not a surface level. We do zero surface level healing. This is all deep within the soul. Anyways, that's what I have for you guys today. You can check out therealhealinginstitute.com for more information about private sessions. Love you guys. Take care. See you in the next one.